Raiders and Chiefs, they're coming up, sir. What do you expect in this game?
So I know I went on this diatribe of it's a positive win for the Raiders, but I think this is going to be a tough week against the Chiefs. If I'm not mistaken, we're playing them in Kansas City, so we don't normally play them very well in Kansas City to begin with. I think the only time we won was 2019, I want to say. I think it was pre-pandemic. Or maybe it was I can't remember. I think it was 2020. I think because it was Henry Ruggs' rookie season, I think, and he actually stretched the field for us, and it was a pretty good game. And I think we beat him in a shootout. Anyways, but since then, though, we haven't had a great outing against the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs are a different team, obviously, as they were last year without Tyreek Hill. I think now that they have a little bit more pieces getting involved that do a little bit of everything, I think it does change the dynamic of the offense. And plus, I'm not super confident in our defense. And one of the things that made it more apparent to me is when the Chiefs were playing the Buccaneers and they put 28 on them in the first half very quickly, lightning fast. And if that was against the Buccaneers defense, who I think at the time was ranked number 1 in the league, what are they going to do I think ours is like second to last ranked defense with Patrick Mahomes. I think they're just going to carve up our secondary. Nate Hobbs is going to have his hands full. I know the Raiders just signed Blake Martinez, which is, I think, a good signing. I don't think it's going to be that much, but I think that this is where we're probably not going to win this game with the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs are coming in pretty hot, pretty confident. And I don't want to squash our momentum, but I don't think that we're going to have as positive as an outcome as we're hoping for. And I just think that we're probably not going to take this one this week, and we're going to, probably begin week 6, 1-4. So,
yeah, unfortunately, I think I see the same thing. Listen. The Chiefs are 5th in offense in the NFL right now. They're actually 11th in defense, which is, I still think, is high.
Right.
But they did play the Colts. I know they lost to the Colts, but they weren't. The Colts aren't, this barn burner of a team. Their passing is 7th, and they're 11th in rushing. So my synopsis is this: I'm okay if the Raiders cheat for the pass and kind of allow a lot of running plays, because the one thing that you're not going to allow to happen is the Chiefs get going on their passing offense, which is going to allow Patrick Mahomes to get going, which aka Travis Kelce and all that, and then they're going to mix and match what they want to do. They're going to spread the ball with Juju Smith, Travis Kelce, and some of the running backs. So if you kind of cheat the pass and you just kind of let them run, first of all, they're running the clock out, but also they're not getting their offense going, which means you can kind of play their game a little bit. You can kind of score some points, and maybe you'll get a couple of cheap points because maybe you're making their offense stall a couple of times. So, listen, I think there are 2 things that the Raiders need to do. I think first, cheat the pass. I think that's going to be a good option. But I also do think that the Raiders are going to have to they're going to have to have Chandler Jones be a factor. Yeah. Chandler Jones has to be a factor, because we've seen when Max Crosby, the game that you're talking about, which was 2020, the game that Max Crosby really affected Patrick Mahomes, we ended up winning. If you have 2 guys who can affect Patrick Mahomes, now you're getting something going. The one thing that I took from the Buccaneers game, yes, their offense was good. Yes, I do think the Buccaneers defense is good. But what I took away is there was not a ton of pressure on Patrick Mahomes. And when he had time to throw, he was looking beastly. I mean, you said it. Put up 28 points almost automatically. Mm-hmm. So if the Raiders can put a little more pressure on him, even if we have to blitz a little bit more than we're used to, I don't think Blake Martinez, if he does play, is he going to play that much? No. He's a tackling machine, which is going to really help. But so is Denzel Perryman. He's a big tackling machine. But Martinez was signed to the practice squad, so we'll see if he makes it to the team. But there are possibilities of the way that we win. Nate Hobbs is an aggressive guy. Merrick has been really good at safety. Jonathan Abram, I think, has really improved. But for the love of God, if I see him covering Travis Kelce, Cody, I'm going to pull my freaking hair out. And I'm going to shut the game off because it's going to drive me nuts. Jonathan Abram has played a lot better, but he's not a great coverage guy. And when you have him covering their best receiver, it's not going to end well for you. So get Abram away from Kelce, and I'd rather see Denzel Perryman on him, to be frank.
Well, I think Perryman is in concussion protocol, so he might even miss the game. So,
okay, well, I'd rather see Blake Martinez then. Anyway, so I just, that's kind of what I'm getting at is, listen, do I think we're going to win this game? I really don't. I don't think do we have a chance? I think we have a chance. I actually don't think it's that far-fetched to say we have a chance. And if I were a betting man, I would bet the plus 7.5 on the Raiders to kind of cover there, not cover. To cover. I'm sorry. That's the right word. I was right. I was just second guessing myself. I would have the Raiders covering the point spread there, but. I also see how this could get way out of hand. I absolutely do. But I do think that the Raiders do have a shot. I do think that Monday night, sometimes Derek Carr actually shows up even better. So I do think that we could potentially go with a shootout. And honestly, as much as they're saying that the Chiefs are 11th on defense, I don't think their defense is that good. I don't think they have a secondary guy at all in the Chiefs organization that can cover Devontae Adams. And it looks like we're supposed to get Hunter Renfrow back, and we need to go to Darren Waller, particularly probably in the red zone, and give him another shot of catching some balls in the end zone. So I do think that this could be a good game, and I don't think they have a great defense to stop the run, honestly, as well. I think they're going to have a lot of hard times with Josh Jacobs, because when Josh Jacobs runs against the Chiefs, from what I remember, he runs really well against the Chiefs. So I really think that this could be a game that the Raiders could surprise some teams. Do I think they're going to win? No, but I do think that they can at least put up some scores.